The global technology landscape is shifting. For decades, American companies like Apple have reigned supreme. However, a new power is rising in the East. China, with its vast resources and unwavering ambition, is challenging the established order. Chinese tech giants, once considered imitators, are now innovators in their own right. They are developing cutting-edge technologies, capturing market share, and reshaping the digital world as we know it. The Chinese government has made strategic investments in key sectors, nurturing its tech industry's growth. From artificial intelligence to 5G networks, China is quickly becoming a global leader. As China's technological prowess grows, so too does the rivalry between these two superpowers. The US-China rivalry in technology is often described as a new Cold War. Unlike the 20th century standoff, this new Cold War is primarily fought on the battleground of technology. The weapons are not nuclear warheads, but semiconductors, artificial intelligence algorithms, and 5G infrastructure. The United States is increasingly concerned about its reliance on Chinese technology, particularly in critical sectors like telecommunications. It fears that China could use its technological prowess for espionage or to disrupt critical infrastructure. To counter these perceived threats, the US has imposed sanctions on Chinese tech companies, restricting their access to American technology and markets. These sanctions are having a significant impact on the global technology landscape. Instead of crippling China's tech industry, they have fueled its drive for self-sufficiency. The US sanctions, while intended to slow down China's technological rise, have inadvertently become a catalyst for its acceleration. Faced with restrictions on accessing American technology, China has been forced to innovate and become self-reliant. This has led to a surge in domestic innovation, with Chinese companies developing their own alternatives to American technology. The Chinese government has effectively used the sanctions to foster a sense of national unity and purpose. The result is a more resilient and determined Chinese tech sector, less reliant on American technology and more capable of competing on the global stage. The US views China's tech rise with suspicion. To counter this, the US uses sanctions. These measures target China's tech sector. A key example is the semiconductor export ban. This aims to hinder China's tech progress. Specific companies are also targeted. Huawei is a major focus. Sanctions have hampered its operations. While the US sanctions were intended to hobble China's technological progress, they have in many ways had the opposite effect. The sanctions have spurred China to double down on its drive for technological self-sufficiency. This has led to a surge in domestic innovation and a decoupling from reliance on US technology. Recognizing its vulnerability to foreign pressure, China has poured billions of dollars into research and development, aiming to close the gap with leading chipmakers. The sanctions have also forced Chinese tech companies to become more resourceful and adaptable. This enforced innovation has led to the emergence of homegrown alternatives to American products and services, fostering a more competitive and dynamic tech ecosystem within China. Far from crippling China's tech ambitions, the US sanctions have inadvertently fueled a new era of innovation. Facing an existential threat, Chinese companies have responded with remarkable resilience, turning adversity into opportunity. This newfound determination is evident in the rapid rise of domestic champions across a range of tech sectors. In the smartphone market, Chinese brands like Huawei, Xiaomi, and Oppo have made significant inroads. These companies offer feature-rich phones at competitive prices, appealing to a global customer base. Beyond smartphones, Chinese companies are making their mark in artificial intelligence, e-commerce, and cloud computing. China, facing the brunt of US sanctions, has chosen not to retreat but to advance. The Chinese government, recognizing the vulnerability of relying on foreign technology, has doubled down on its commitment to self-reliance. This strategic shift, often described as indigenous innovation, is reshaping China's technological trajectory and sending ripples through the global market. At the heart of this strategy is a national drive to achieve technological independence in critical sectors. Semiconductors, the building blocks of modern electronics, have become a focal point. Recognizing their vulnerability to foreign pressure, China has mobilized massive resources to bolster its domestic chip-making industry. This push for self-reliance extends beyond semiconductors to areas like artificial intelligence, 5G telecommunications, aerospace, and biotechnology. China's quest for technological independence is not merely a top-down government initiative, it is also fueling the growth of a vibrant and dynamic tech ecosystem. Across the country, a new generation of entrepreneurs, engineers, and researchers is rising to the challenge. Startups are mushrooming at an astonishing rate, developing innovative solutions in areas like e-commerce, fintech, artificial intelligence, and robotics. These companies are attracting significant investment, both domestic and foreign, eager to capitalize on China's burgeoning tech scene. The Chinese government is playing an active role in fostering this tech ecosystem, establishing incubators, accelerators, and co-working spaces to support budding entrepreneurs. The U.S. sanctions, coupled with China's push for self-reliance, are accelerating a trend towards technological decoupling between the world's two largest economies. This decoupling is reshaping global supply chains and creating distinct technological spheres of influence. In certain sectors such as 5G telecommunications, a bifurcation is already evident. Chinese companies like Huawei and ZTE have emerged as global leaders in 5G infrastructure, offering competitive solutions at attractive prices. However, they face significant headwinds in Western markets due to security concerns raised by the U.S. government. This divergence is also apparent in the development and deployment of digital platforms and services. Faced with increasing external pressures and uncertainties, China is pursuing a dual circulation economic strategy. This approach aims to simultaneously foster domestic demand and maintain engagement with the global economy, hedging against the risks of decoupling and geopolitical tensions. On the one hand, China is seeking to boost domestic consumption and reduce its reliance on external markets. This involves promoting innovation, upgrading manufacturing, and fostering a more robust domestic supply chain. On the other hand, China is not turning its back on globalization. It continues to seek greater integration into the global economy, albeit on its own terms. The success or failure of this strategy will have profound implications for the future of the global economy and the balance of power in the tech world. The global smartphone market, once dominated by the likes of Apple, is undergoing a seismic shift. Chinese brands, once dismissed as mere imitators, have emerged as formidable contenders, challenging Apple's dominance, particularly in emerging markets. These dragon phones, as they are sometimes called, are no longer playing catch-up. They are setting the pace of innovation in many respects, pioneering features like high refresh rate screens, lightning-fast charging capabilities, and advanced camera systems. Chinese brands have also masterfully tapped into the aspirations of consumers in developing economies, offering premium features at price points that are often significantly lower than Apple's iPhones. This value proposition has resonated strongly in markets like India, Southeast Asia, and Africa. China's tech ambitions extend far beyond the realm of smartphones. The country is making significant strides across a wide range of sectors, from artificial intelligence and 5G telecommunications to e-commerce and digital payments. Chinese tech giants are no longer content with being domestic players, they are setting their sights on global dominance. In e-commerce, Alibaba, with its sprawling online marketplaces Taobao and Tmall, has become a behemoth, dwarfing even Amazon in terms of transaction volume. Tencent, with its ubiquitous messaging app WeChat, has created a digital ecosystem that encompasses social networking, payments, gaming, and much more. Chinese companies are also at the forefront of the global artificial intelligence race, developing cutting-edge AI algorithms for a wide range of applications. As the US and China continue their technological decoupling, their digital ecosystems are increasingly diverging. This is most evident in the realm of mobile apps, where two distinct App Store ecosystems have emerged, mirroring the geopolitical divide. On one side is Apple's App Store, the gateway to iOS apps for iPhone and iPad users worldwide. On the other side is a constellation of Chinese app stores, each catering to a specific segment of the Chinese market. These app stores operate with more flexibility and less stringent content moderation, reflecting the unique regulatory environment in China. This divergence has significant implications for app developers and users alike. China's tech ascendancy is not merely a matter of market share or technological prowess, it is also about winning hearts and minds. Chinese tech companies are increasingly adept at crafting products and services that resonate with consumers worldwide, appealing to their desire for affordability, innovation, and convenience. Chinese smartphones, with their sleek designs, advanced features, and competitive pricing, have become objects of desire for consumers in both developed and developing economies. Chinese social media platforms, with their focus on short-form video, live streaming, and online shopping, are capturing the attention of younger generations. Moreover, China's tech giants are actively investing in building global brands and fostering goodwill. This soft power strategy, combined with their technological prowess, is positioning Chinese tech companies to play an increasingly influential role in shaping the digital future. The rise of China's tech sector, fueled by its own innovation and inadvertently accelerated by US sanctions, is undeniably reshaping the global landscape. The once unipolar tech world, dominated by American giants, is giving way to a more multipolar reality, where China plays an increasingly influential role. This shift has profound implications for how technology is developed, deployed, and governed. No longer can the US dictate the terms of innovation or set global standards unilaterally. China, with its massive market, technological prowess, and growing network of partnerships, is a force to be reckoned with. This new world order presents both opportunities and challenges. It fosters competition, which can drive innovation and benefit consumers with greater choice and potentially lower prices. Section 2. The butterfly effect. Ripple effects across industries and economies. The tectonic shifts in the global tech landscape are not confined to Silicon Valley or Shenzhen. Their reverberations are being felt across industries and economies worldwide, triggering a cascade of adjustments and adaptations. Manufacturing, once heavily reliant on Western technology, is increasingly looking to China for advanced machinery, robotics, and automation solutions. This shift is particularly pronounced in sectors like electronics, automobiles, and renewable energy, where China has emerged as a global leader. The financial sector is also undergoing a transformation, as Chinese fintech companies, emboldened by their domestic success, expand internationally, offering innovative payment solutions, digital banking services, and investment opportunities. This is challenging the dominance of traditional financial institutions and accelerating the shift towards a more inclusive and interconnected global financial system. Section 3. The balancing act, managing interdependence in an era of competition. The US and China are locked in a complex dance of interdependence. Their economies are deeply intertwined, creating a delicate balancing act. Policymakers must address national security and fair trade without stifling innovation. Open communication and clear rules are essential for cooperation. Competing constructively while cooperating on global issues is key. Section 4. The stakes are high, charting a course for the future. The US-China tech rivalry is a contest of systems, values, and visions for the future. The outcome will shape the global balance of power and the digital economy. The stakes are high and the path ahead is uncertain. Choices by leaders will determine a prosperous or fragmented world. The world watches to see if coexistence or a technological Cold War will prevail. Section 1. The future of the tech. Cold War competition or collaboration. The US-China rivalry in technology is a defining feature of the 21st century global landscape. Will it be relentless competition or a nuanced dance of cooperation? The answer is likely a complex blend of both. They will compete in AI, quantum computing, and 5G, but cooperation is essential for global challenges like climate change and pandemics. The US and China must find common ground for the greater good. Section 2. Navigating the new technological order, a world transformed. The world is entering a new technological order, marked by rapid innovation and a diffusion of power. The days of US technological hegemony are fading, with China playing an assertive role. This new order presents opportunities and challenges for all. The US must recalibrate its approach, focusing on fostering a competitive tech sector, investing in R&D, attracting global talent, and promoting open standards. China must navigate international norms, addressing IP protection and data security. The rest of the world can leverage strengths from both nations, fostering innovation, navigating geopolitical complexities and aligning with national interests.